I want to show how we can use Google Analytics GA4 to make our website better. So in this case, I'm looking at a client's website and they have their big call to action to book an appointment. And when they do that, it then takes them to this page. Vigaro's kind of like the tool that handles the booking, and we ended up moving it from clicking to another domain to embedding it right here. So it's not always ideal to have an embedded iframe like this, but we get the idea, right? And then someone can book a massage. So we've got a URL on the same domain. That's the idea. And they can go to book a massage. And when they get through all this, then we have a thank you page they hit as well. So we can help them, go through like this. This is all the same URL as far as Google Analytics is concerned. But then when someone books, it goes to a thank you page. So what we can do in GA4 is go to our Explore report. I'll zoom in here. And notice I've got one built already. I'll show you another one. We can do a funnel exploration. And then we can set up our own steps. So I'm going to clear out what they have here. I'll zoom out just a touch here. And I'm going to take everything out. And then on the steps, basically, let's check it out from the home page. So we'll call this home page, right? And we can add a new condition. We can just do page location. That looks pretty good. Contains. And then let's just do the home page. So I'm going to go back here in just a minute. Let's go back to their home page. There we go. Grab that URL and put that in right here. Great. I'll apply that. So that's the step. And then the next step is right here. And then it's that Vigaro page, because that's the tool they're using. This could also be, say, your shopping cart or your checkout or something like that. So I'll copy that URL in there. I'll call that Vigaro booking. But for you, this could be, the checkout page or what have you. Do it again. I'll search for page location, do contains logic, and then it's got the Vigaro booking. Okay, great. And before we add the next step, I want to say a quick word on this piece. There is this option of directly followed by or indirectly followed by. So in this case, people can go from the home page. They could explore a lot of different pages and then ultimately come back and book an appointment. So maybe they go to massage services. They're looking at these, and then they go book an appointment. In that case, it's not going directly homepage to the booking page, but I'm okay with that. And so in this case, I'm saying it's indirectly followed by. It's okay if they come back to it later. If you want to see exactly how your funnel's performing and you want to keep that tight, you can say directly followed by. So just wanted to say that. Sounds good. We're building the funnel. And then we're going to have the last step then. This one can be Vigaro thank you page. And I'll do the same thing again. I'm going to search just for page. If you had events in there too, you could. So we've actually got an event that fires that's a thank you event. So if we need to do it that way, we could do it that way. Otherwise, if we don't have that event set up and it's just based on a URL, we can do that. So I'll do page location contains. I think it even just contains thank you. Can we find that one? Otherwise, I've got that one somewhere in here. Let me see if I can dig it out. I always like to have a clipboard manager so I can find things I've copied in the past. There we go. So thank you page, Vigaro booking, apply. There we go. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to apply this and take a look now. And now I can see, I'm going to zoom out just a touch, so I can see people who start on the home page and then go to the booking page, and then we're dropping off certainly by the thank you page. We're not necessarily shocked by that. We know that this is just an embedded form. It's not the best way to necessarily do it. And some people kind of start the process and they don't all reach it to the thank you page. So we may want to slice and dice and say, how do we find where the problems are? So some promising ones here, we have device category. And so I can see how does mobile perform versus desktop, right? And not surprisingly, it doesn't always win out. So by the time we get to the end, I can see each step, and then the breakdown is the device category, mobile, desktop, tablet, right? So everybody's hitting that page, and then how many go to that next step? You can see with mobile, 51.9% make it, from the home page to the booking page. That's not bad. On desktop, it's actually lower. It's kind of interesting, 37.8. Maybe they're going somewhere else. Tablets 47%, and then the final thing, let's actually get somebody booked, right? It is higher on desktop, right? Then tablet at 5.3%, and then mobile is the lowest. So that could be something for us to explore. They also have different ways that people are getting to the website. So we might remove that breakdown and say, first user medium, how are they getting to that page? And now I can see how does organic perform versus, say, cost per click, or we've even got some paid social meta ads, Facebook and Instagram ad traffic, or referral traffic, right? And we can see how that breakdown is. And if we ever just want to see one of these, okay, how about when we're running social media ads, I can right click here and say include only these users. And then I can kind of see what that breakdown is. And it looks like that's about 0.5%. So in this time frame that we have selected, time frames are way up here in the upper left. In the last 28 days, it's only been 0.5% that's converted this way. We're actually sending a lot of traffic to another page. So that's part of why that is. But that could be a reason. It took me a second to figure out how to clear this. It's right here under filters. It's doing first user medium is exactly paid social. If I X that out, it gives me these. So now if I want to see how the Google ads are performing, I could right click and include only these and kind of see how that process is going too. Here I see about a 4% conversion rate when people come in this way. So this is a great way to slice and dice and see where are people falling out of the funnel. And then now we know where do we need to pay attention? Do we need to kind of change how our campaigns are working? Let's go back through that process ourselves and see what we can fix to make this a better experience and get that conversion rate up. Just a few more things to call out here. So if we are not seeing the dimensions we want right here, we can just add them right over here. So if there's other ways we want to slice and dice, so maybe medium is too granular. What about default channel group, or maybe session default channel group? I'll add that here. And I think adding the dimension here lets me pull that in here. So now I can break it down by session default channel group, just paid search, organic search. It's similar to Medium, but Medium can group things together. So Bing CPC and Google CPC can all be under paid search, right? Or Bing organic, or Google organic, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo. That's all going to be under organic search. So that's the idea here. So if we need more dimensions, we can certainly do that. Now, what if I want to break this down further? I want to know how different device types are performing and how people got to the site. Well, I'm only able to select one breakdown. I tried adding next action in here, but that doesn't seem to do it. So I think what we want to use then is segment comparisons with the breakdown. So let's take a look at that. Let's say we're gonna go to let's go back to first user medium here. So that'll be our breakdown. So this is how someone first got to the site. We could either do that one, or let's do session default channel group. Okay, that's good. That's higher level. I like that. Then I want to see, okay, just mobile traffic. In that case, because I can't do a secondary breakdown here, I need to use something else. So we'll do segments for that. And here I can select mobile traffic. And now I can see how is mobile traffic performing, because it reduced it. We can see that again here one more time. So here's how many people hit the home page, right? So we had 2,100 basically active users on the home page. And then if I want to just see mobile, I think that'll narrow that down here. And now we're seeing, yeah, that cut it down a bit. So they get a lot of mobile traffic, as you can see. It's a large percentage of it, but it's not all of it. And so now I can see just among the mobile traffic, how are we doing as we go down the funnel? Let's maybe look at that the other way. Let's say I want to see the breakdown dimension is device. Here's device category. So I'm going to put that one in as the breakdown here. So there we are again on that. Now maybe I just want to see how's paid traffic doing by device. So I'll add that one here. I'm double clicking these. It's just blowing them right into the segments. And so now I'm seeing a subset of traffic here. I'm seeing the segment of paid traffic, right? And so that could be paid social or paid search. So it's kind of grouping those together here. And then how's that performing right here? In terms of other dimensions we may care about, things I could think about might be a browser. Let's see if we can get that in here. Yeah, so here's a browser. Let's take a look at that one. So I'm adding that one as a dimension. Let's get that device category out of here, and let's go to browser. Because some browsers are going to perform better than others, and if we really find a problematic one that's converting way worse, we might want to take a look at that, right? So looks like Safari is doing okay at 4.4%. Chrome's great at 6%. Love to see that. Sometimes the Safari in-app one, that can be like through social media and things like that. Edge, so on. So if we're really seeing some rough conversion rates on, say, Firefox, maybe I want to dig in and go through that process and see if there's something I need to do that's not appearing correctly in Firefox. Okay, so that's how we kind of play with more breakdown dimensions and segments. What if we want to save this? I would like to name it, so we can, in the upper left, we can just say homepage to, Figaro thank you page funnel, right? So I'll name it up there. We can certainly set a different time frame if we want. And then if we want to save this and come back to it, what we can do is save as a report. We can add a description if we want, put that in the library and save it. That's great. And now when I look at exploration reports, there we got it. So I did one earlier, massage services to the thank you. And now we've got that homepage one. If we ever want to do that, we can. And I believe there's a way to share these too. So you can basically share this so that other users can see it as well. And so those are all great options. Now we see how to rename the funnel, how to create different explorations, and then how to slice and dice further. So I hope this is helpful, and happy optimizing.